Christmas was always different for me. I'd been an elf at Santaville since I was 5 years old. I knew the names of every reindeer, could keep it straight how many lords were leaping and how many ladies dancing before I learned arithmetic.
Okay, what'd you get for Christmas last year? Too late. What'd you get? Oh, that's really great. What'd you get? How about you? Okay, what'd you get?
I missed out on slumber parties and school field trips. It wasn't so bad at first, but by the time I was a teenager, I started to take a slightly different view of things.
Have a Merry Christmas, and we hope to see you again soon at Santaville, where every day is Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
I'd worked for Santa for so long that Christmas didn't have much magic anymore. All I knew was, the more holiday spirit people had, the more work it meant for me.
Have a Merry Christmas, and we hope to see you where every day is Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas, and we hope to see you again soon at Santaville, where every day is Christmas.
You know, for an elf, you don't really seem all that jolly.
Yeah, well, Santaville's open 365 days a year. You kind of have to pace yourself with the whole spirit thing.
I don't know, just being around you puts me in the Christmas spirit. So what's your real name?
Holly is my real name.
Nice to meet you, not so jolly Holly. My name's Peter. What's that?
Come on.
All these guys, and then this one very cute reindeer says, "My name is Randolph." And I said to myself, Randolph does not sound like a reindeer's name.
It makes a great Santa.
He should. He's been doing it all my life. Nick's my dad.
Your dad's name is Nick.
You know, so
Seriously,
he's
as
been there
in
by himself, so
Saint
I
Nick.
changed his name. And you know what I changed it to? That's right, I changed it to Rudolph.
I
And
get
from
it.
that moment on,
Nick, Holly.
Welcome to my world.
they're all hanging out together.
No, really, I like it. I guess this would sort of make you an expert on Christmas.
Yeah, right.
See this thing all over during the holidays, and I mean, I just don't get it. It's gotta be the weirdest looking doll.
It's not a doll, it's a nutcracker. You know, from the ballet.
Yeah, from the ballet.
You've never heard of the Nutcracker Ballet? Tchaikovsky? Clara and Fritz? Or Drosselmeyer?
Never really got ballet.
This isn't just ballet. It's a great Christmas tradition. See, Claire gets the Nutcracker as a gift on Christmas Eve, and it comes to life and turns into this handsome prince. And he has to rescue her from the evil Mouse King, and I guess you'd have to see it.
I will.
What's this?
I make things.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Woo! All right, Holly. I got some great new customers for you.
Just a second, Dad.
Holly, Santa doesn't have any children. Santa has elves.
Santa.
Yes, I had the magic suit on. Okay?
Got it.
Hey! Well, how'd you like it if Santa bought you one of those? Hey, did you see this? Did you look at it? Have you ever looked at it? How would you like it if Santa brought you one of these?
Holly Crosby's office.
Yeah, I know. I got stuck behind some guy unloading one of those steroid Christmas trees everyone gets all warm and fuzzy about.
Where are you?
I'm here now.
Oh, good morning, Miss Crosby. Merry Christmas. Here are your mail and messages. The sample's on your desk, and Mr. Holt is on hold.
Brenda. What is this?
What is what?
This stuff on your desk?
Oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it looks like Frosty exploded. This is a business, Brenda, not the North Pole.
You mean I can't have Christmas decorations?
Okay, let's just tone it down a bit, okay?
Sure, okay. Thanks, Miss Crosby. Holly Crosby's office.
This This new Celtic line tested through the roof, Mr. Holt. People love that warm, handcrafted look, but at big box prices, especially for the holidays. That's true. Christmas is all about tradition, which is what makes this so perfect. I mean, people hang these up every year, pass them down to their kids. You're creating a tradition here. Yes, absolutely. We can ship in 48 hours, no problem. No, thank you, Mr. Holt. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you, too. Guess who just doubled her sales for the month?
Kudos, Holly. Well done. I don't know what it is. There's just something about this time of year that makes you go into overdrive.
Thank you, Mr. Jennings.
Though it wouldn't hurt to give your holiday spirit just a little smidgen of spit shine.
What do you mean?
Christmas is a happy time, Holly. You make it sound like a root canal.
Believe me, I know what a happy time this is. We do half our annual sales in just 6 weeks.
I've been looking over your schedule for December. Looks to me like you're planning on working 12-hour days right through the 12 days of Christmas.
We're so busy right now. All these last-minute orders. I have to finalize the photos for the new catalog.
But when you stay late, your whole staff has to be here too. And this time of year, a little bird tells me that they'd rather be home with their families or out spreading Christmas cheer with their friends.
Oh. Well, no, I understand.
Glad to hear it. So, for everyone's sake, go home early once in a while. Put up a tree, sip some eggnog, write Santa a letter. Tell him what a good little sales manager you've been this year.
Santa and I are like this. He knows I'm way too busy for that stuff.
Holly, you can't be too busy for Christmas. I mean it, honey. 3 years is way too long. We'll miss you.
I wish I could, Dad, but we launch a new line the first week of January. It's huge. There's no way I can take time off.
I understand. You must be doing a heck of a job. I just wish you didn't have to be so far away.
Well, you could come to Boston. It is my understanding the trains go both ways.
Yeah. I guess that's something we have in common, because Santaville never closes either, so I could never leave. What would the kids say?
Maybe that Santa's visiting his daughter?
Honey, you know Santa doesn't have any children.
Oh, right. Santa has elves.
That's right. And you're his number one. Always have been, and you always will be.
Okay. Look, Dad, I better go.
All right. Hey, Merry Christmas.
You too. Night, Dad.
DVD player, Blu-ray, and an Omegatron 6000 with all 5 levels and multiplayer access screen. You can get that, right?
Yes, it's on my list. Is there anything else?
A Xeon Command Cube, but it's gotta have the shuffle feature for all 83 games, or I don't want it.
Games. Oh, I love games. Games are great. And I picture you as a checkers man. Am I right?
What's checkers?
Everybody knows how to play checkers. It's a game of the mind.
Sounds lame. So how does this work? You make the games here or at the North Pole?
That's a very good question, Willie. Actually, we make the games off-site.
Outsourcing. Smart.
You know, Willie, Christmas is not just about multiplayers and Megatrons. Christmas is a magical time where wonderful things happen. Things that you'd never expect.
Yeah?
All right, Willie. You ready, son? Because this right here is Santa's workshop. Ferocious, huh?
You're kidding, right?
You don't like it?
It's fake.
It's pretend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ferocious, huh? Of course Santa can't show you how he really makes the toys. That'd be against the rules. This is just to help you use your imagination.
Who are you?
Why, this is one of my elves. His name is Peter.
You're not really an elf.
I help Santa keep things running around here. What else could I be?
Hey, guys,
Up!
Who's that?
Who's who?
I didn't see anything.
No.
Mom, I want to go back to the mall.
But you guys come back this weekend because we've got the reindeer races. I don't get it, Pete. Kids used to love Santa's workshop.
Kids have changed. Santa's workshop is not.
I know. That's my point. Earl! Earl!
sorry, Nick. So sorry.
Earl, let me tell you something. That boy sees two Santas in the same place. I mean, that's against the laws of the universe.
Well,
that could scar him for life.
There's never anyone here anymore, and I didn't think about it. How's it going, Pete?
Good, Earl. Mall busy today?
A zoo. You know, they turn the heat up to 80 degrees in that place. They think it makes people spend more. Well, how are they going to feel when Santa passes out from heat stroke?
Not good.
Not good, not good. Listen, Earl, you should go back to practicing law. Really, come on. You need a cup of hot cocoa.
Cocoa? I'm burning up.
And a piece of Jenny's pumpkin pie.
Twist my arm.
Don't tell me.
So, what do you hear from Holly?
She's doing well, loves her job. Of course, this is a busy time of year, so she can't come home for Christmas.
She says that every year.
Earl, she has an important job. People depend on her. Kind of like kids depend on me, you know?
I don't know about that.
Don't start.
Or what? All I'm saying is that in our day, it was a baseball mitt, or a kite, or maybe an electric train if you were lucky.
Moonlight,
Mistletoe.
What are you mumbling about over there?
You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna get the sleigh out and give Jenny a ride home and thank her for making the pie for us.
Hey, Romeo, she's been coming on to you for 5 years and you haven't given her the time of day.
Earl, I'm not giving her the time of day, okay? I'm just giving her a simple sleigh ride home under the moonlight with me. You're jealous. Whoa! Evening, Jenny.
So, what's all this?
Well, I thought you might want to lift home. I got you a blanket, some hot cider to keep you warm, and of course I brought my favorite reindeer.
You do know that's a horse.
Well, I know he looks like a horse right now, but once the Christmas magic kicks in, his inner reindeer comes out.
You think he can pull us both?
Well, Dasher's lost a little bit of his dash over the years, but one tug of these reins and up! Whoa! Oh, whoa! Whoa!
Got something!
Whoa! Whoa! No! No!
Nick?
Tree! No!
Look out! The tree!
I know! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Nick!
Oh! Fine!
Nick!
Green Mountain Train 57 arriving from Boston. Green Mountain Train 57 arriving from Boston.
That's fine, Brenda. Just call me the minute the purchase order gets there.
Anytime?
Absolutely, day or night.
Miss Crosby, Peter Liddell.
Choir practice?
No, Brenda, I don't mean for you to miss choir practice. I know you have a solo.
But I'll do it if you want, Miss Crosby.
Look, just call me, okay? I have to go. Hi, sorry, business.
No problem.
How's my father? Is he okay?
Oh, sure, yeah, he's fine. Listen, I have my truck parked right over here.
I'm still not exactly clear on what happened. How did he get hurt?
The doctor said it was the worst sleighing accident he's ever seen. Of course, he said it was the only sleighing accident he's ever seen, so.
Actually, there were 34 sleighing accidents in New England just last year. It's not funny.
Right. Very serious.
Driving a sleigh in the middle of the night? That is so typical. He's lucky he didn't break his neck.
I think it would take more than a head-on with a tree to keep your dad down. Busted up his leg pretty good, though. Won't be driving anything for a while.
Did the doctor say how long he'd be in the hospital?
Oh, he's home.
Home? It hasn't even been 2 days.
You ever try to keep Nick somewhere he didn't want to be?
Point taken.
Don't worry, though. I've been taking good care of him. Me, Jenny, Earl.
Sounds like he doesn't even really need me here.
You kidding? That's all he's been talking about.
Oh, good.
Nick says you like it in the city.
Uh-huh.
Must keep you pretty busy, though. Work and all. He sure misses you.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Peter Lodell. It's okay.
Oh, Peter, right. Peter, do you work for my father?
I used to be on the payroll. Now I'm more what you call a volunteer. Pick up odd jobs around town, though. You know, paint signs for the locals, that kind of thing. Mainly, I like Nick. I like it here. It's a nice place.
Right.
You don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I don't know. We talked about the ballet once.
Sorry.
Long time ago.
Wow, the inn looks deserted.
They don't serve lunches anymore. Business was too slow. Dinner is only on the weekends.
You're kidding. Wow, that place was always packed this time of year. Families never miss celebrating Christmas.
There she is.
Dad, oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to come all this way, honey.
Oh, no, stop. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
You didn't tell me he was in a wheelchair.
Oh, I'm not in a wheelchair. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair, but I can get around great on crutches.
No, you can't.
Mind your own business.
You know I should be really angry at you. What were you thinking?
Well, I've been thinking about entering Dasher in the Derby.
Dad, Dasher is 20 years old. Neither one of you has any business riding around in a sleigh.
Don't you start too. I've been getting it from all sides, honey.
Good. You deserve it.
That's what I told him.
Listen, it's just great having you back here. Now we can get started.
Well, Dad,
I haven't even hung the mistletoe.
you just worry about getting better.
Hey, I'm not worried about anything, honey. Not with you back. It's gonna be like old times. Holly home for Christmas.
Who's hungry?
Speaking of which, I was thinking about your pot roast this morning. Oh, you should taste it, Peter. She makes it with carrots and potatoes. She has a light sauce.
Can't wait.
It's just not bland like your turkey meatloaf.
You like my turkey meatloaf.
I hate your turkey meatloaf. It's terrible.
You've always eaten it. You've never complained. You put ketchup and mustard and
No,
all.
that's all you give me. I try to humor you by making you feel good.
You'll make me
Okay.
feel.
I'll make the pot roast. Molly's got a pot for the pot roast. That's about it. To go to the grocery store.
Still pacing yourself?
Excuse me?
That's how you phrased it. 365 days a year, you have to pace yourself with this whole Christmas spirit thing.
We have met before.
You should tell him
What? Tell who?
that you're not staying for Christmas. He's getting his hopes up.
I'm sorry. Exactly when did I invite you to discuss my...
Here, you can borrow my truck to go to the market. You should probably get that.
Yeah, Brenda.
Mr. Holt's Celtic line is ready for shipping.
Yes, have them ship right away.
Holly? Holly Crosby? It's Della Wallace. Well, Wallace now. Della Hamilton from high school?
Oh, Della. Wow. It's been forever. I can't believe it.
I know. Oh, you look fabulous. I almost didn't recognize you without your little elf suit.
Yeah, my claim to fame.
With the little pom-pom on your hat.
Quite the fashion statement.
Yeah, and all that red. I used to say I could see you coming a mile away.
I remember.
Oh, it's so good to see you. How's your dad? Is he okay?
Yeah, okay enough to want me to cook this pot roast I haven't made in years.
Yeah, it's always something. My family's the same way.
Oh, you have a family. That's great.
Yeah, living the glamorous life of the soccer mom and loving it. Roger and I have 3 boys now.
Roger.
Oh, Roger Wallace? Oh, you remember. Used to read the announcements in high school.
Oh, yeah, right. Roger, with all the...
Oh, that was just an allergy. His face cleared right up in college. He's got his own lumber yard now.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, so are you seeing anybody?
Me? No. No, who's got the time?
You know what? The 3 of us should get together for coffee.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, don't be silly. We'll meet you at the inn tomorrow. 4 o'clock? How does that sound?
Yeah, okay, that sounds great.
Great, it's a date.
All right.
It seems so long ago. I mean, I know it was different for you because you had to be there. But for the rest of us, it was so special. I mean, we never missed a tree lighting ceremony, and we look so forward to the holidays at Santaville. Now it seems nobody finds the time anymore. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Peter, was that not the star on the top of the tree?
It was good.
It was good. It was wonderful. It was wonderful, Holly.
Thanks, Dad.
Which reminds me, we should save a little something for Earl because he's going to stop by after his shift.
How is Earl?
He's doing well. He's doing well. He's just not lawyering much anymore because he's doing double Santa duty for us and the mall, so he's kind of lost interest, which is why it's wonderful that I'm going to have you around to help out.
Yeah, Dad, about that.
Here, let me clear some of this away.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, I came because I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
I appreciate that, honey. I really do.
But I can't stay.
Well, I didn't think you were moving back home. I figured you'd leave right after Christmas.
I'm not staying for Christmas.
What do you mean?
I can stay for a couple more days, but I need to get back to the city, back to my work.
Honey, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's not about Christmas, Dad. There are people who depend on me.
I depend on you.
I know, and I'll do everything that I can. I'll hire someone to help you out until you get back on your feet.
I'm not going to have some stranger in my house. Holly, we're family. And family takes care of family.
Nick, I can handle things around here. With the cooking, the cleaning.
You hear that? With him cooking, I could starve to death. I'm glad you're home, honey. But it reminds me, Earl is not going to make the turkey this year. Holly's here.
Dad.
His turkey's very dry, honey.
Have you been listening to me?
Yes, honey, but you're just tired for the trade right up here. Which reminds me, we'll talk about it in the morning when you make your holiday breakfast. You're going to love our scones. Welcome home, honey, and Merry Christmas.
Hello?
Holly?
Oh, Mr. Jennings, hi.
How's your dad?
No, he's okay. I'll definitely be in the office next week, no problem.
Well, then you'll be the only one. I'm having my skis waxed
As we speak. And our clients will all be into vacation mode by next week, which is what you should be doing.
Yeah, I don't need a vacation. I don't want a vacation.
which, as I recall,
Is exactly what you said this time last year and the year before.
Yeah. But I love my work.
there'll be plenty of work after the holidays.
Meantime, we got you covered. Look after your dad and try to
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing.
Your dad
our
are
best.
No, wait,
And Holly,
Merry Christmas.
Wait, no, Mr. Jennings. Ugh. What? Past due, urgent. Dad, what have you been doing? All these urgent notices, these bills.
I'm just a little behind, that's all.
A little behind. Dad, some of these bills are 6 months old.
Well, we had a couple slow years, and I kept up until my savings ran out.
Why didn't you tell me?
Honey, you have your own life. I'm not going to trouble you with my problems. Besides, it's December, and that's always our best month, remember?
They can come after your assets, Dad. Do you know what that means?
Who's going to do a thing like that to Santa?
These bills aren't made out to Santa. They're made out to Nick Crosby.
You always were a worrier. Honey, you have to have a little faith. Wonderful things can happen at Christmas.
Well, then you better come up with a real miracle, Dad. Otherwise, this time next year, there won't be a Santaville. Thank you for seeing me here on such short notice, Mr. Corwell.
Holly, I just wish we were meeting under better circumstances. Around here, we all love our Santa.
You've known my father for 30 years. This bank loaned him the money to buy the property, to renovate the buildings, to create Santaville. You know the economic impact he's had on the community, the tourists he's brought in.
Of course it has. I used to take my family every year. It was a family tradition. Now my grandkids, they've got like 500 channels. What do they care about Santaville?
All the time and love my father has put into this town, that has to mean something.
Yes, it does. It means the world to anyone who remembers what Santaville once was.
But it's still there.
People only drive through here now because we're on the way to the ski lifts. We're lucky if they even stop for gas. Why would they stop for Santaville? I'm sorry, Holly. I've already extended your father more credit than I should have.
Dad!
Earl, are you here? You're supposed to be out there on that sleigh.
Have a heart. I'm freezing my bells off out there. Besides, haven't had a visitor since lunch.
Well, kids used to play hooky just to come here in December.
It's the internet. They're sending virtual Christmas cards and living virtual lives. Hey, ran into John Corwell on my way back from the mall. Says Holly was up to see him.
Yeah, she's taking care of a couple things for me.
What kind of things?
She's taking care of them. She always does.
Nick, I've been your friend, your lawyer, since longer than I can remember. Whatever's going on, you know I'll help in any way I can.
I know that, Earl. You don't have 50 grand stuck in that boot, do you?
$50,000?
It's funny how some numbers will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Earl. It's gonna be all right, don't worry. Get back out there.
Ho, ho, ho!
When I saw that sleigh upside down and your dad all cattywampus in the snow, I'm telling you, honey, my heart stopped. With a sweet thought, though. I'll give him that. Sleigh ride under a full moon. He can be quite the charmer when he wants to be.
Is there something I should know about?
You tell me and we'll both know. He flirts, I flirt back. Gets us through the day.
Thanks for taking care of him, Ginny. I know he can be difficult sometimes.
He's not so bad, you know, once you get used to him. And he sure has perked up since you got home, honey.
Sure.
Sweetheart, is there something that you want to talk about?
Oh, no, nothing. I'm fine. I just, I think that my friends are running late.
Well, I'm here if you ever need me, okay? Sandoval Inn. Hi. Yeah, let me check.
I'm not staring, I swear.
Uh-huh.
But I'm wondering, and I know this will sound like a line, but do you come here often?
Yeah, why would that sound like a line?
Genuinely curious. You don't look like a local.
Not for a long time. And you're not exactly the Santaville type yourself.
I am staying here at the inn, but I'm in from out of town, visiting an old college friend and his wife. Was actually supposed to meet here at 4 o'clock, but...
Your friends wouldn't happen to be Roger and Della Wallace?
How'd you know?
I was supposed to meet them too.
Wait a second. Do you think...
Yeah, we've been set up. Big time.
Well, gee, I wonder who that could be. Hey, Roger. Yep, I'm here.
Sorry, can't come.
Oh, no.
Kids have fever.
Fever, huh? All three boys. Wow, that's terrible. Sorry.
Say hi to my friend.
Really? What's her name?
Holly Crosby.
Holly Crosby. That's a pretty name. What does she look like?
Great.
How good looking?
Exquisite.
Wow, that good looking, huh? Okay, I will. Thanks, man. I'll catch up with you later. All right. He wants me to introduce myself and explain his sons are sick. You get the idea.
Yeah, Della.
Hi, I'm Ben Richards.
You do not have to do this.
Oh, yes, I do. It means so much to Roger and Della.
See over there? Oh, yeah.
This is incredible. I didn't think places like this still existed.
They are an endangered species.
And your dad put all this together himself?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he was the creative force. But it was my mom who had all the business sense in the family. I mean, she knew how much he was into the whole Santa thing, and this way he could make all those other kids really happy and still support his family.
Wow. Yeah. Must have had, like, the most amazing childhood on record. I mean, you grew up in Santaville.
It had its moments.
Do you mind if I ask you how your dad affords to keep this place open all year round?
He can't. Not anymore.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean?
Oh, well, look around. I mean, all these beautiful buildings, but there's no people. Times have changed. Nobody's interested in a traditional Christmas anymore. So now, he's in a bit of a pickle.
How bad is it?
He could lose everything.
Come on, this is prime New England property. Charming little town. I mean, you know how the world works. It's got to be worth something.
Oh, selling is not an option.
What about a loan, then?
He couldn't borrow enough to buy a candy cane.
In that case, it sounds to me like you guys are in need of the services of a good financial advisor.
Sure, I'll just Google one up.
Well, there's a rumor going around that this new guy, Ben Richards, might know a thing or two.
You? Seriously?
Oh, yeah. Can't promise anything, but I might know some people.
People? What does that mean?
It just means I can make a couple of phone calls, if you'd like.
Are you kidding? Yes, please. Gosh, I am in way over my head here. Anything you could do for... I would be so... Thank you.
You're welcome, Holly.
Dad?
Oh.
Sorry,
No, that's okay.
I was looking for my father.
I think he's in the house.
Is this yours?
It's just a hobby.
No, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Does my father know about this?
I would say probably.
Probably.
Well, I leave one under his tree every year, but we've never actually really talked about it. I have noticed he makes a point never to come back here. I think he still wants to believe in the magic.
Have you ever considered marketing these? I mean, you just don't find this kind of craftsmanship anymore.
Like I said, just a hobby.
You must really like nutcrackers.
Someone told me a story about the ballet a long time ago. I've been hooked ever since. Clara, Fritz, Herr Drosselmeyer.
Peter?
Hi.
You make things.
Yeah.
You just left.
I came back.
Yeah. I really have to go find my father. Can we talk later?
Sure.
I'll just see you.
Okay.
So, Morgan, you've been a good little girl all year. You've got a chimney. Good. You've got a list. A tiara. Okay, we might have a little trouble with the pony. But charm bracelet, yeah, red scooter. Makeup set.
Dad?
Well?
Well, what?
Well, what's the plan with Corwell?
Oh, there's no plan. He couldn't help us.
What do you mean?
You're mortgaged to the hilt, Dad. The bank's in line with everyone else. What did you expect?
I expected a little loyalty, maybe a little faith in an old friend.
Doesn't work that way.
Then what are we gonna do about it?
I met someone today, a financial advisor.
A financial advisor, that's good. It's good, yeah?
He's gonna try to help us.
Try. What does try mean?
I don't know, Dad. 50 grand's a lot of money. I'm sort of winging it here.
Well, we gotta figure out something, Holly. You have to stop this. You have to.
Yeah, I know, Dad. I get it. You're a wonderful man, and this is your life, and the clock is ticking. But maybe if you hadn't lived in such a blissful state of denial for so long...
Do I look blissful to you? Is this blissful? Holly, I'm trying to save my home. Our home. And I thought you cared about that.
I do care, Dad.
See, that's the thing. There is no buts. Ever. You're either in or you're out. That's the way it works. This is everything your mother and I ever worked for. And if I lose Santiville, then I have nothing. Nothing.
You have me!
Holly,
Ben, hi.
I was just coming to find you. Geez, you do know it's December, right?
What is it?
I wanted to tell you right away. I made those phone calls I was telling you about, and I don't know. This never happens.
What?
I don't want to get your hopes up too much, but these people are very interested.
Seriously?
It's incredible. They've got great ideas, very creative.
Well, tell me.
No, I don't want to say too much. It's very fluid, and I don't want to jinx it. We'll call them in the morning.
Oh, come on, Ben.
Not until I'm sure. Think of it like having to wait until Christmas Eve to open your presents.
Wait, you open your presents on Christmas Eve?
Sure. What?
No, it's just that Santa comes on Christmas Eve. The presents are for Christmas morning.
Okay, I'll remember that from now on. But the point is, I may have just found that Christmas miracle you've been hoping for.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is gonna be great. Thank you, Ben. bridge.
Hey.
Hi. I got your note.
Great.
My mom used to bring me here when things would get a little too crazy. Sometimes we wouldn't even talk, we'd just listen to the water. I'd be all geeked out about something or other, and that sound would be so relaxing. She'd tell me stories, and we'd laugh, and yeah, and then I'd just forget what was even bothering me. She always knew just what to do.
She sounds like a great person.
She was.
Nick never talks about her.
Yeah, you noticed.
None of my business.
When I was little, family was his whole life. Me and my mom. When she died, he changed. I was 12. It's like the only way he could hang on was to go all Santa all the time. A heart big enough to hold the whole world, but when it came to his real family, me, well...
So you left?
Yep. That day in the toy shop, why'd you disappear like that?
My parents were in a hurry. We still had a long drive ahead of us.
Visiting relatives?
Back to school.
No, wait, it was Christmas break. Everyone was out of school.
Yeah, well, they kept the dorms open just in case.
In case of what?
In case your parents wanted to fly to Europe for the holidays and taking you along didn't exactly fit into their plans.
Your parents left you in boarding school over Christmas?
On the plus side, I got a lot of extra studying done, which meant I graduated early, moved to college, which really simplified Mom and Dad's plans for the world cruise.
That must have been awful.
It was normal to me. It actually all worked out. I went to college for like a decade, got several degrees, and then Dad tried to squeeze me into his world of business. I rebelled. He cut me off. So I decided to do some traveling on my own. I remembered a certain elf with a love of the ballet. Here I am.
You came back here because of me?
That, Christmas 365 days a year. I would have traded places with you in a heartbeat.
Believe me, it wasn't all candy canes and sleigh rides.
It doesn't have to be. As long as you have someone who loves you and wants you to be happy. And that's what you had here, Holly. That's what you still have here. That's all I ever wanted.
I better take this. Hello?
Holly.
Ben, hi.
I'm telling you, Holly, I've never seen a deal close this quickly. I mean, these folks are even willing to pay off all your father's bills. Wipe the slate clean.
It's a lot of money.
50 or 60 grand, small change to these people.
Well, it's a fortune around here. What do they get out of it?
Well, the timing couldn't have been more perfect. These guys just quietly closed a deal for controlling interest in 2 ski resorts just north of here. And the way they see it, Santaville's just another way to draw more families to the area. You know, stop here on the way up, on the way back. You know, some kind of package deal maybe. Free lift tickets with every park pass, something like that.
Yeah, that could work.
And after all, Roger's been telling me for years, this little burg is about to explode, so. And anyway, point is, your dad's not hanging in the wind anymore. He's got partners now.
Oh, he won't let anyone tell him how to run this place.
Oh, no. Silent partners. Absolutely. Don't worry, your dad's still the man.
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Think he'll go for it?
How could he say no?
No. I've never needed anyone's help to run this place besides Holly and her mother, and I don't intend to start now.
It's a good deal, Mr. Crosby. It's better than you'll find anyplace else.
I need money, not partners.
Silent partners, Dad. You'd still be in charge.
Oh, and how would these silent partners get their money back? They do want their money back, right?
Eventually, of course, and with fair market interest, but not until you're back on your feet.
But in the meantime, they don't own a piece of my home.
Technically, that's true.
But it would be better than losing your home, which is what'll happen if you don't do this soon.
Not interested.
At least read it.
I don't have to read it. I know exactly what it says. There's a lot of legal words that boils down to one thing. You gave up on Sanibel years ago, and you're doing it again.
Gave up? Dad, I went to college. I got a job, a career.
Right. And you're supposed to come back here and be my #1 elf and help me run this place.
Man, that's all I ever really was to you. Just some silly mascot dressed up in a costume? All these years?
You know better than that.
How would I know? When did you ever tell me? Since Mom died, when did you once say to me,
Good day, Ben.
You are a damn fool, Nick Crosby.
Shut up.
Heard you were leaving. Not saying goodbye?
Goodbye, Peter.
You know, sometimes people don't know how to say what they feel. The words just won't come out. They'll talk about everything except what really matters to them the most.
Yeah, it's funny. I always thought I was a great listener. I mean, I got 30 years experience, so I ought to be. Turns out I'm great at listening to everyone but you, and I'm really sorry, Holly. I want to fix that.
I just wanted you to be my dad.
That's all I ever wanted to be.
But you were always so busy being jolly and merry for everybody else. Always Santa.
Well, maybe that's because it's easier to live in a world where wishes do come true. Okay, where everybody is happy, where nobody ever leaves. Me.
I couldn't live in that world, Dad. Pretending like the past never happened. I still miss her all the time.
So do I. So do I, honey.
But you never talk about her. It's like she was never here.
She was here. Some days I think she still is. Because I could see her. I can see her in your eyes, your smile. And when you laugh, I can hear her. She's been here a lot these last few days.
Really?
Yeah. It's a wonderful thing having you come back home.
I miss you too, Dad. So much.
Please don't leave, honey. Not yet. Scones. You know, I thought about what you said last night about how I never talked about your mother.
Dad, you don't have to.
No. You're right. You're right, I haven't. And it's very selfish of me because she was an amazing woman.
I remember.
But there's a lot you don't remember. And I want you to. Important things. So, I figured it was about time we opened this up. Go ahead.
Dad.
In here is every letter, card, and note
your mom ever said to me. I mean, a lot of the notes are silly. I said everything. I will always love you and stuff. But she'd sneak in my pants in the morning, and then I'd find it later. It was funny. Oh, and this is the first Christmas card we ever made you. Remember? Oh, there's pictures. Remember when you won the spelling bee? You're in the 3rd grade and you beat the 6th graders, huh? And this is your mom and I's first date. Fancy. And this is from our honeymoon when we went to Wisconsin Dells. A lot of people go to Vegas, but not good enough for your mom. Oh, and this. The night I asked her to marry me, I gave her this ring. And our wedding rings are in here too. And I want you to have this. And maybe one day, you'll need them. And then there's this.
Mistletoe?
This is from the first night I met your mom. My friends were having a party and I almost didn't go. But I did, and I walked in the door. And I saw your mom standing in the moonlight under the mistletoe.
Moonlight and mistletoe.
Yeah. And so, I don't know what got into me, but I went right up and kissed her. And it could have gone either way, because your mom's very beautiful and I was me. But as luck would have it, it went my way. And about a year later, you were born.
That must have been some kiss.
I think she thought so.
And that's why you never forget to hang the mistletoe.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of Christmas magic in the air that night for me. We all need a little Christmas magic once in a while. And if the mistletoe helps, I figure, why not? You might need some one day too, so. But that's me. I'm probably just a romantic old fool. Anyway, I want you to take care of her.
I will. And you're not old.
I know. And I was thinking about that other thing about the contract. And if you think it's a good thing, I'll sign it.
You mean it?
Yeah. You're very smart, Holly. You're like your mom. And it's time I started listening to you.
You won't regret it, Dad.
I know, and I got Earl looking at all the legal mumbo jumbo right now.
Everything's gonna be okay. I promise.
Thanks, Jenny.
Decided to stay?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I noticed that you've been working in here all morning, and I thought you might like hot coffee.
Ah, you read my mind.
I wanted to thank you for being there last night.
I didn't do anything.
No, you have a way of simplifying the truth. What you said really helped. For the first time in years, Dad and I actually talked. He even agreed to sign the contract.
So everything works out. He gets to keep Santaville, and you get to go back to the city.
Yeah.
I was planning on taking the sleigh out tonight. Why don't you come with me?
I'd like to, but I'm meeting Ben. He has to get the contract to his people right away.
Maybe I should get people. Makes you sound more important.
The investors, okay.
What's the rush?
They need to get this deal together before the end of the quarter, or else their tax liability on the money doubles.
And we can't have that.
You really don't like business, do you?
Been there. I prefer sleigh rides.
Maybe another time.
Sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, where does this go?
On the top, Earl.
Oh.
Where it always goes every year. Yeah.
Try not to swallow this one whole, Nick Crosby.
Ooh, pie.
You act like I'm made of pies.
Well, see, that's our secret. You make the pies and I eat the pies. It's like words and music. We belong together, you know? Like hot and toddy.
Only Santa could get away with a line like that. Wow, look at you.
You look great, honey.
Thank you.
Somebody's got a hot date.
No, it's not a date. I'm just meeting Ben for dinner to look over the paperwork. Speaking of which, Earl, do you have the contract?
Yeah.
Anything I should know about?
No, it's all pretty standard stuff. It seems fine to me.
Great. Dad, you have a pen?
Mm-hmm. Of course I have a pen.
I'll go get one.
Okay, you get it. Usually have a pen.
I'm impressed. I thought your dad threw in the towel.
Christmas is a time for miracles.
I want to remember that from now on.
I can't thank you enough, Ben. I feel like this enormous weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
I was happy to do it.
For the first time in years, I'll be able to enjoy the holiday with my father. And it's because of you.
I can't take all the credit. I mean, you're the one that sold him on the idea. Remember that. And let's not forget our silent partners. They're the ones putting up all that money.
I know. But still, I want you to know how much it means to me. And I was thinking, if you're not too busy, maybe you want to celebrate Christmas here with Dad and me? We could have Della and Roger and their...
Holly, you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. It's just... A minute ago, you said our silent partners.
No. Did I? That's weird. Sorry, I guess I just got caught up in the moment. You're silent partners, obviously. But, semantics aside, I would be honored to join you and your father for Christmas.
Really? Great.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of partners, this is them right now. Better go give them the good news. You excuse me?
Yes, go.
2 minutes? Don't leave. Guess what? I got the signed contract right here in my pocket.
You did it, Ben. Great.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. I thought we were dead in the water, bro.
Oh, hi. You know, he's still on the... just leave it. I'll go find him.
Of course it's in there exactly the way you wrote it.
You're joking.
No. It says in black and white, if Nick Crosby can't repay the entire amount in arrears by Christmas Day, he forfeits all the property to the investment group.
They haven't a clue.
I don't know. I guess it was that fancy legalese you came up with. Slipped right past him. This is working just like it did in Killington, man. Yeah, right. That and my charm, of course. Hey, don't forget my finder's fee. Later.
I'm so sorry, Dad. I wanted this so much for you, and I let my guard down.
You gotta give yourself a break. You didn't know, honey.
I should have known. I should have never trusted him.
Honey, you can't blame yourself for trusting people.
He rode in on his big white horse, and I bought the whole act, no questions asked. He's a total pro. He's done it before.
Holly, it was not your fault.
Earl, please.
No. If I had read the contract like I was supposed to, like you asked.
Earl, stop.
I don't know what it is. I can't seem to focus.
You don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
I'd read a paragraph, couldn't remember where I was, what I just read. I guess when you get old, you're the last person to know that you've lost your touch.
Earl. It's not your fault. You got it? This is not your fault. It's my fault. It's my name on that contract. I signed it. Okay? I should have read the fine print.
It seems to me we should stop worrying about who's to blame here and start talking about what are we going to do about it.
Exactly. Except that I signed the contract, so what can we do about it?
Can people just get away with this sort of thing? Waltz in and take someone's home and business just because of some stupid piece of paper?
Sadly, it happens every day.
Well, it's not right.
It's not right. And I'm not gonna let him do it. Dad, I thought I was helping you. I just made things worse. I'm sorry.
No, we didn't.
But we haven't lost Santaville yet. And I will not let it go without a fight.
Yeah.
That's right.
What have I done?
Somebody call for a one-horse open sleigh?
Love the silence.
It's peaceful.
What was I thinking? Someone who opens her presents on Christmas Eve?
Santa comes on Christmas Eve.
I know, that's what I said.
Poor Ben.
Poor Ben.
All he has to believe in is finder's fees and bottom lines. On a night like this, it's no way to live life.
You didn't see my father's face. I'm not feeling very sympathetic towards Ben at the moment.
Well, maybe you'll reconsider, tear up the contract.
Never. And he's got the only copy. Fat chance I'll get another look at it. How am I gonna get $50,000?
Just have to bring more visitors to Santaville. A lot more.
Christmas is less than 3 weeks away. We haven't had that many visitors in the past 5 years. Besides, people came to Santaville because they wanted to. It meant something to them. Della said so. Even Mr. Corwell called it a family tradition. They remember what it was like.
That hasn't changed that much.
No, it hasn't. Times have changed. But they still remember. Everybody remembers. The whole town remembers. They remember what Santaville used to be because it's the way they want it to be.
You're right.
If we could find a way to show them that it's not all in the past, that Santaville is still here, that it's still just the way they remember,
They'd come back.
they'd come back.
Yeah, I don't get this. What's it called again?
It's a blog, Dad. It's like a journal, but you write it on our website. We have to get the word out, not just to the town, but everywhere.
Yeah, but what do I write about?
You write about Santa's day. You know, like toys and reindeer and elves.
You know, blog it. That sounds like the holiday drink.
Is talking about your Remember campaign. I mean, the signs, the carving, it was brilliant.
Oh, thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, it was brilliant, honey. It was great, honey. But we still got to get the word out, folks. We got to make people remember this.
How are we gonna do that?
Well, since it's 21st century, I think I'll be vlogging. Plus, I'm gonna call every guest that's passed through the end and let them know that for the first time in too many years, the annual Sanibel tree lighting ceremony is gonna happen. That's right. We're back, baby. We're back. Beautiful. So, kids, for the first time in years, this Friday, we're having the big Santaville tree lighting ceremony. I got it right. Please come to Santaville.
Thank you. Thank you. Too, right? There you go. See ya. Good cheer. Here. So how many do you guys want?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun.
Hello, Willie. It's Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Yeah.
I keep getting calls from people who've seen the TV interview I did this morning. Word is spreading.
I wish your mother was here. She'd be as proud of you as I am.
She'd be proud of both of us. And she is here in the moonlight. And hey, we forgot to hang the mistletoe.
Oh, we've had a few things on our mind, honey. I think your mom would understand.
You're right. She'd also understand about Ginny.
I haven't done anything.
You know, I understand too. She's terrific. Go for it.
Thanks, honey. Welcome, everybody, welcome to Sanibel's Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
Mom, are they really gonna light the Christmas tree?
Yes.
Love the fur. Hey, Willie, where's Willie?
Here I am.
There you go, Willie.
Seriously?
Yes. Like I said, Christmas is a magical time where wonderful things can happen, so light him up, Willie!
I love Christmas.
I know you do.
It's beautiful. And I'm telling you, there is nothing to worry about. Because 50 grand is a lot of money to these people. There's no way they're gonna raise it selling reindeer rides and fruitcake. I will. I'll keep you posted. Tried calling. Come on, Holly. It's just business.
Just business? Swindling my father out of his home? Out of his life savings? That's just business?
Come on. You're a smart girl. You're not like the rest of these locals. And you understand the way things work in the real world.
Not this way. Not for me.
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry? Fine. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't feed the cat. And come Christmas Eve, you're still not gonna have enough money to save this place.
You were here last night. You saw the crowds. They're coming back.
Okay, look. There's no reason you and your father have to walk away from this empty-handed, okay?
Are you trying to bribe me?
No, that's not what I meant.
We must have you really nervous, Ben. What's the matter? Afraid you're gonna lose your finder's fee?
just trying to do you a favor.
Yeah, I've had enough of your favors. This place is my home. Your heartless soul isn't welcome here anymore. Get out.
You can't win this, Holly. You know that.
I was out there with my grandkids, and we had a wonderful time. They just loved it. It was so magical.
That's great, Mr. Corwell, because we're kind of in a crunch here.
Mr. Richards came by to introduce himself to me a few days ago.
Then I don't need to tell you what's at stake. If you could use the money we've made so far as a kind of good faith payment to secure the rest of what we need.
You've deposited nearly $28,000, and that's very impressive. But it still leaves you with a substantial debt load.
People are coming from all over. We still have 4 days before Christmas.
And then there's January, which, as you know, is the slowest month for any holiday business.
This property has been the lifeblood of my family. My father cannot lose this. I won't let it happen.
I'm sorry, Holly.
I am too.
I forgot how great it was to have all those little smiling faces running around.
Yeah, it really brought the old place back to life.
Turns out people do remember. With a little help from your awesome plan.
Well, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere without Peter.
Yeah, you and Peter make a good team.
I read your blog today. It was really sweet, the way you encouraged the kids to give a toy to a needy child.
Yeah, it was sweet. And took a long time. You know, that reminds me, all the kids are back now, and they've all got long lists for Santa, and Santa's busy, and he was wondering if maybe his daughter could take over the blogging for a little while.
Don't you mean Santa's #1 elf?
No, Santa has a daughter, and it's time the world got to know her.
I'd love to.
Thank you.
Okay, Dad, why don't you go to bed? I can finish up here.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Night, honey.
Good night. This doesn't even come close to what we owe. I have a little bit of savings, some equity in my condo. I could take out a second mortgage, but it's not enough.
Talk to Nick about that?
Yeah, you know what he'd say.
And he'd be right.
Excuse me? It is my money. I can do what I want with it. And I'm not gonna let these people take my home. What are you smiling at?
Nothing. It's just that you said my home, not his. My.
You know what I mean.
I know up until a couple weeks ago, you couldn't wait to take the first train out of here.
Let's not make a big deal about this, okay? I am still going home. I'm just tired and worried about my dad, and I misspoke.
Of course.
Why do you keep making those? Don't you have enough already?
I like it. It's what I do. Who I am. Take this piece of wood. Who would ever guess that somewhere hidden in here is the charming prince who will save Clara from the evil Mouse King?
Yeah, I know the story.
And all you have to do is find him and let him out.
Yet you make it sound so easy.
It is. Hey, see how rough it is? Sand it down. Always going with the grain. And once you've made it completely smooth, you decide on a face.
How do you decide?
You just know. It's a face you want to look at for the rest of your life.
That would be a nice face.
A very nice face.
Peter, are you in there? Oh, there you are. Hi, Holly. Peter, I'm so sorry. I just stepped out for a minute. I didn't know.
No, what's wrong?
Well, there was a customer in the bar, and he just fell in love with your nutcracker, and he told Chuck he totally had to have it, so Chuck named a price that he thought was going to be way too crazy for anybody, and the guy just bought it. Sorry.
For how much?
$500?
Let me get this straight. This guy actually paid all that money for one of these little toys.
They're not toys, Earl. They're handcrafted works of art made by master craftsmen.
We're still talking about Peter, right? No offense.
None taken.
It's his craftsmanship that makes them unique. Each one is different.
$500 different.
No, it's like snowflakes.
Exactly. We're selling snowflakes, and people want to buy these snowflakes so they can make their own family tradition. Bring them out every year, pass them on to their children.
Yeah, but these all belong to Peter, and we can't ask him to do that.
I want to do it. For you, Nick.
Thanks, Peter. But that makes Jenny in charge of my mystery gift under the tree Christmas morning.
If you're a good boy.
How many more of those nutcrackers do you have at the workshop?
I don't know, 40, maybe more?
Well, I can set up a booth where everybody can see.
And I'm going to sell them on the website. Dad's getting hundreds of hits on his blog now.
Yep.
But we have to move fast so we can get these to people for Christmas.
So you really think this is gonna work, honey?
I really do, Dad. With a little bit of Christmas magic.
So how we doing?
I haven't finished adding up all the sales.
So we're still not out of the woods.
Not yet. But we're close.
You still have it.
I looked for it last night. I found it buried in my old jewelry box. Thought it might bring us luck.
Maybe a little Christmas magic?
I can't imagine my life without Santaville. Or you. It's a face I could look at for the rest of my life.
What happens if we lose?
Holly? I just got off the slopes. I told you to take some time off this Christmas.
I know, Mr. Jennings, but this is really important.
Okay. What's up?
I found one-of-a-kind nutcrackers.
Nutcrackers?
Yeah, they're unique.
Really?
Come and get it! One of a kind. Thank you, Trish. Straight from
Nutcrackers
Santa's workshop.
made by one of Santa's elves.
One of a kind.
Signed
Thank you. Straight from Santa's workshop.
I cannot believe this, Ginny. Just in time. We're gonna make it.
Oh, honey.
There are orders coming in from all over the country, even some from Europe.
Everybody needs Santa, no matter where they live.
Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Well, everybody, it's almost midnight Christmas Eve, so Santa can't talk long because I got a previous engagement. You know, you should really be in bed, too.
Before Santa leaves, there's something I want to say to you. I grew up here, and every memory I have is connected to this place and all of the people in it. I went away for a while, a long while, because I was convinced that all the love and kindness and generosity that I remembered from this place was a thing of the past. And I know now how wrong I was, thanks to you. And all of you. There still is a place where people care in this world, where they want to help. And that's why you're all here, because you remember too. And you wanted to keep this one magical place open for the next generation. But we didn't reach our goal. So this will be the last Christmas for Santaville.
It's okay. We tried. We tried really hard, but we came up a little short. It's over now. I love you.
Holly! Holly, wait!
Mr. Jennings?
Brenda showed me the Santaville website. The wood carvings are...
We think they're just wonderful.
And so do our customers. I want to make Global Handcrafts the exclusive distributor, Holly. With you running things up here, we could sell them all over the world.
But they're not mine. Mr. Jennings, this is Peter Lowell. He's the artist. He made all of these.
Love your work, Peter. What do you say? You interested?
Well, you know, I carve these by hand. They don't come from a factory.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
And my shop would have to stay here. You could sell them online, but I want to make sure everyone knows that Santaville is the only place you can buy them in person.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Peter, are you sure?
I never would have made them if it wasn't for this place. If it's what you want, it's what I want.
Mr. Jennings, you can tell our customers that I'll be looking after things up here, personally.
Young man, I think you're going to be very busy for quite a while. In the meantime, how many do you have left?
None.
We sold out.
Well, you could commission one for, say, $8,000.
Yeah. Is that legal?
You bet it is. For another 4 minutes.
Done.
Christmas was always different for me. It was always better. I just forgot that for a while. Dad and Ginny run Santaville together now. Peter and I were married there, complete with Moonlight and Mistletoe. And by the next Christmas, Santa will have a new little elf to train. So don't forget to come and visit all of us at Santaville, where every day truly is Christmas. From Santa's loving daughter, Holly.
Happy